All right, what is up, everybody? Happy Friday. It is I, Miss Sophia the Diva, and just a second, we are here to talk about all the craziness that has been in the news thus so far this week. I'm not going to talk about that man that sits in the White House because that's just disturbing for all of the world every day to have to know that he's in the White House. That man they say is our president. I will say this briefly. There's a lot of talk about the wrong that he does, but what are the people that have allegedly been elected to defend against these treasonous actions of this man? Where they at? What y'all really doing? Because this process is slow and go, and I'm pretty sure we can speed this up because him and his cronies, they gotta go. Every day somebody that's associated with him damn near is getting indicted for something, and he's still there. But the problem is this. Look, I'm talking about it more so than what I wanted to. But the problem is this, is that when I look, what is truly the lesser of the two evils? Or the three evils? Because in the event that he is impeached, the VP has to step up. And today I was laughing because somebody on the radio was like, there was a question on one of the stations I listened to where the guy was like, the question of the day had to do with, would you still hang out with people who could not go without their significant others? Picture Kiki Wyatt and I think her now ex-husband, where everywhere she went, he had to come, or she made him come with her. Somebody said, our vice president is like that. Everywhere he go, his wife gotta go. Oh, we're looking at it. Somebody give her a makeover. So anyway, all I want to say is that you got Mike Pence, who I will continue to say is a closeted homosexual with mommy issues. Anyone who thinks that you can go through some sort of, conversion therapy because you're gay, you're freaking crazy. There are people that are out there that are just simply gay, and that's just how it is. So anyway, you have Mike Pence, who's very devoutly religious. Jesus, keep him near the cross. And then you have, Paul Ryan, the Speaker of the House with two names. He's next in line to take the presidency. So I'm just like, maybe we should just leave him sitting there, and maybe Congress can just run the country however they see fit. What is scary is that our Supreme Court is very, very old. And, Justice Kennedy decided he gonna retire. And I'm just like, oh, Jesus, that's two. And let us not forget, American people, that when President Obama was in office and Justice Scalia died, he nominated someone and Congress never did anything with it. Very disturbing. And I still think that was just downright disrespectful. And they wrote it until he got out of office. And then they let that man they say is our president appoint someone that's conservative. And if you notice, a lot of these decisions are 5-4 and 5 as in conservative. So a lot of things are changing with the law. And that's why I was telling people, you just need to just pay attention. November's coming. So think about who you want to elect as your next official. And let us not also forget that local elections matter too. So let's get into some more or less heavy, serious things. Faith Evans, she's winning this week. She is trending for the first time in a long time, honey. I don't know. As a matter of fact, when I edit this video, I'm going to plug in this meme that I find hilarious. So this week, I guess she was doing an interview with someone, and Faith decided to share that back in the day when she was talking about, Biggie, give me one more chance. She was actually talking about, can I have one more chance to eat that ass? Okay. So she said she was eating his booty out like groceries. I'm like, that was a lot of groceries. Like that was, yeah. And then somebody was saying he doesn't, I think it was Alex Rogers. He said he don't strike me as the kind that would fleet his behind, using enema to clean all that excess out. I'm sorry. You just can't play in my duty shooting. I'm not going to play in yours. I know a couple of months ago, cousin Gabrielle Union was out there And yeah, I do call her my cousin because turns out we are family. I didn't make the family reunion one year, but they said she was at the family reunion. So I said, okay, well, she cousin Gabby now. She's not just Gabrielle Union, she cousin Gabby. I have not met her formally though, but she was at our family reunion a few years ago. And they said she's a cousin. But anyway, she eats out Dwayne Wade's booty like groceries. So I guess maybe ladies are doing it. I just can't. I mean, ugh. Ugh. Okay, but to each their own. Then after a day after that, I guess Stevie got excited and was like, we need to jump the broom. So you eat my booty out like groceries, okay? And when she said that, I'm thinking Biggie probably like, see there, where they were saying that, what was it? It was the dude from Waiting to Exhale when he went to go pick up Leela Rashawn's character and she wouldn't come downstairs and go with him. He was like, you raggedy bitch. That's what they said. Biggie in his grave, like, you raggedy bitch. None of us wanted that visual, Faith. I'm just going to say that. And maybe you were high or you know, because I mean, okay. But either way, we didn't need to know about you and Biggie's sexploits, okay? Now she done turned around and married Stevie Jordan. People are shocked because, you know, she came on the show, acted as a romantic interest in Stevie, Leave It to Stevie. And so it was just like, oh, this... Then they broke up because she said she didn't really want to be with him. And I'm thinking to myself, really what it is that they may have continued to date undercover because you don't always want everyone in your business. Other people are saying that it's a publicity stunt for a TV show or to promote the latest single that Stevie has produced and written and also appears in the video with her. I think he also sings on it. And so now they're the Jordans and they all over social media with Snapchat and Instagram filters sharing their love. So I wish them all the best. Now, what I didn't know, and I said that's quiet, or maybe I just never paid any attention, because when I saw Faith on R&B Divas, I think it was, what was it, Atlanta she was on, she just seemed like she was above the fray, didn't want to be part of the drama. But people are saying that welcome to the 21st century Bobby and Whitney. And they were saying that Stevie J, which we know he's an addict, you know, recovering addict, I hope. They're both cokeheads. Booger sugar. I didn't know that, but apparently Faith is into it. And let's be clear about Bobby and Whitney. Whitney turned Bobby on to some booger sugar, white girl, okay? And Bobby was just like a weed head, you know, probably popped some pills or something. But either way, that was the word on the street. So Godspeed to them. I hope it works out, because what is this? This is Faith's second or third marriage. I know she was married to Biggie. Then she had a dude that was also a manager and producer for her. So I don't know, but I wish them all the best. Maybe she can tame Stevie. My thing is his beefcake been around the world now, yeah. I don't want to touch that. I don't know, and I don't know why, where it has been. And, you know, just on the reunion, they were talking about how he said he didn't sleep with Jess Brittany just because her puss flirt was funky. But I'm like, Stevie, you just told people that because you didn't want Estelita or Enchilada to know that you had been sleeping with Jess Brittany. And that's why I noticed women will fight over it. And y'all can Google it. But years ago, there was a video. I think I saw it like in undergrad or at one point. There was a video going around the internet where Stevie J and Eve. And that's why I always call it. It's not an eggplant, honey. It's a baby arm, you know, like a 8-month, 9-month baby on. That thing is huge, okay? And I said, everybody must like their insides rearranged, because if I saw some shit like that, I would get up and just take off running. I'm just saying. Okay, one more thing. So, you know, Stevie J has like 6 children, right? And so anyway, I think Jocelyn is baby mama number 4 or whatever. But she was being petty. So she posted a tweet from Stevie J. And a lot of people got it confused. No, y'all, on July 17th, the day before I believe he married Faith Evans, he texted Jocelyn and asked her to marry him. And she told him, no, I'm trying to be with somebody else right now. she was like, I don't want to marry you. I'm not interested in marrying you. And so he got mad, and I guess he in turn went on and married Faith. I don't know what's going on there, but either way, I think it's best for them two to be apart. There. Now that right there was a modern day Bobby and Whitney. Lord help, that was a dysfunctional relationship. And remember, they feigned marriage on the show. I think, what was that, for season 5 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So I don't know, Stevie J, I hope that it works out for you and Faith. Okay, now speaking of these bedroom shenanigans, let's talk about Teyana Taylor and her husband Iman Shumpert. Apparently, Teyana has decided that she wants to share that her and her husband engage in threesomes. And the internet, of course, Twitter answered, and they were like, we are not here for that. And Teyana is still trying to defend and justify it. In the 21st century, we've seen a lot of things happening with sexuality. I had a conversation about that. I'm still confused by everything, and I am not by any means judging anyone, but I'm just confused. So if people want to jump in the comments and clarify some things, we had Janelle Monáe just come out and say she was pansexual. We had all kinds of these stars are coming out and saying, I'm sexually fluid. Then you got other people that want to be pronouns, they non-binary, and then some people want to be transgender. They want to keep the sex organs and get rid of the breast or keep the breast. It's very confusing. So now Teyana Taylor saying she's into threesomes. And the way that she describes it, I think it's more so them inviting other women into the bed versus another man. One Twitter person wrote, a few weeks ago, Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert were relationship goals. Now I just feel like her interview was tasteless and shows a lack of self-respect. Let this be a lesson. What you and your husband do should be left in the room. Teyana fires back and she goes, let what be a lesson? Petunia. Because that's her word. She loves to call people petunia. It don't matter if it's male or female. You petunia. She said that I'm not losing any sleep at night from time to time with my husband. Doesn't mean I don't respect self. So you should go and enjoy your whack ass sex life and stay out of mine. Teyana, baby, I still love you, honey, because y'all do what y'all do. But you invited everyone into your sex life when you dropped these bombs about you and Iman busting open other people's cootie cats, okay? Because you said something about that too. And so when you put your business out there, sugar, in this day and age on social media, prepare to be criticized. Now, you've been above the fray for a long time because we like you because you're so natural and you're open and you're free. Maybe a little reckless and erratic, but that's okay. Some of us appreciate that about you. But girl, people gonna give you the side eye, and me personally, I don't foresee it for myself. Ain't no man that good for me to be like, yeah, babe, let's have 3 people in there. And most dudes don't want another man in the bed anyway. So I mean, hey Felicia, yeah, I said cootie cats. So it's one of those things, to each their own. If that's what y'all want to do, that's fine. But somebody also brought up the fact that that's what happened with T.I. and Tiny, is that it was known that they were having threesomes. And I also watch like the ID channel, and sometimes threesomes just don't work out the way you think they should. Somebody gonna end up dead and missing and body parts and stuff. So I'm just saying, the article I have is coming from page 6. Teyana Taylor is tired of being criticized for having threesomes with her husband. Yeah, Felicia, it is. If you say, hey, babe, yeah, I'll do it. You said you wanted a threesome. Happy birthday. Come on in, Daryl. And then next thing you know, they're like, I don't want nobody, no other man hair or balls hitting mine, or something like that. So it's like, whatever. But either way, that's what's going on with that. Last week, I think it was Forbes reported that which one of them Jenner children? Is it Kylie? Yeah, because let me tell y'all something about the Kardashians and the Jenner clan. First of all, I'll give props where props is due. Albeit you pimping your kids, Chris, but y'all have made you have made your wealth grow because they were already wealthy before all of this body parts and stuff like that started showing up on extra body parts and, on them girls. But Kendall and Courtney are probably the only two I would ever really want to kick it with. Now, Kim, I have a whole new respect for her because she's out there doing the damn thing, trying to get innocent people in the criminal justice system freed. She's doing a great job. Centoya Brown, and I think this other lady, what was her name? Joyce Brown or Linda Brown. She like a Brown. So, kudos to her. And I said it may just be a natural thing because her father was, in fact, a criminal defense attorney, Robert Kardashian Sr. May he rest in peace. But somebody was saying that Kylie Jenner is poised to become a billionaire off of her beauty company. And I'm like, but she had a leg up, okay? She didn't even have to pull up no bootstraps, no Nike socks, no hang socks. No, just pull yourself up by your very own strength. She was on a reality show as a small child. And let's be real, them girls don't look the same as what they used to naturally, okay? So she has this cosmetic line, she got these lip plumpers, all of that going. And of course, because she marketed herself as my makeup did this for me, it can help you. A lot of people who are weak-minded and blind leading the blind, they jumped on and bought it. So her company is almost worth $1 million. Okay, plus there wasn't really much else for her to do. Your sister done sold her cootie cat for for fame. Which one? I don't know. Courtney just was in a dysfunctional relationship having babies with a random drunk man who was messed up, and mom and dad are dead and gone, Lord Jesus. He just a hot mess. And Khloe, well, the jury is still out to this day about who Khloe's daddy really is, and she just was not the most attractive at all. But the girl looked good. Now, money will buy you some looks. She looked pretty good, but she need to get rid of that unnatural Coke bottle body she trying to have. But let's talk about the real billionaire cosmetics company. And baby, it is black owned. I have never heard of this young woman, but apparently her products are very popular in Sephora. I will be checking out. Felicia said OJ her daddy. Yeah, because looking at baby True, I got questions, okay? So it is a woman named Pat McGrath. She's even gotten kudos from, what's her name? Anne Wintour of Vogue, I believe it is. So the article from ebony.com says that Pat McGrath has been a force within the beauty industry for more than 20 years. In fact, Vogue editor-in-chief Anne Wintour has referred to her as the most influential makeup artist in the world. McGrath has taken that influence to the bank on Monday. Her eponymous cosmetic company was valued at $1 billion. Hey, Rainy! Good to see you. It says this line is also very inclusive and has been seen on runways and red carpets. So we have an organically grown, black-owned beauty company that will give Kylie Jenner a run for her money because it was grown organically. I can respect your hustle, but at the same time, you got to give props where props was due. So Forbes, you need to put her on the list if you have not already, okay? And I'm going to go check out her makeup maybe tomorrow because I need to get some more. Right now, I'm wearing Cover FX and Christian Dior. I blend them together. And I love Christian Dior. It's awesome. She says it's always been a dream to create an iconic beauty brand that goes beyond the usual limitation. It lives outside the parameters of what is expected. She said in a statement via press release, I'm thrilled to be working with a unique and expert team at Eurazeo Brands. Okay. Hey, cousin. What's up, Chauncey? How's it going in O-Town? Okay, so racist white people are getting their due. Just last week, Papa John's founder, he had to step down for the board, and now he regrets it. What you should be regretting is the fact that you have cost your investors millions of dollars. I'd be curious to see what the stock price for Papa John's looks like right now. See, last year I stopped messing with you when you took issue with the Take a Knee campaign, which a lot of people still don't seem to and want to understand. And maybe they do understand, they just don't want to face facts that black people, especially black men, are seen as a threat. D.L. Hughley said it best this week on The View. I think it was last week. The most dangerous place for a black person to be is in the imagination of a white person. Now he on conference calls calling people the N-word. So now he's gotten his golden parachute because trust and believe he got paid, okay? And now we have another one at Paramount that decided also to let the world know on the conference call how she feels about black people, particularly black women. This woman I've never heard of. Of course, we rarely know who all the executives are because we usually only see the talent. Griot. Paramount TV president Amy Powell fired for insensitive comments about black women. Paramount TV president Amy Powell has been fired after making racially charged comments during a conference call. According to reports, the comments were racially charged generalizations about black women made during a call about a planned reboot of the First Wives Club that would feature a mostly black cast and is being penned by Girls Trip co-writer Tracy Oliver. Are there any more original ideas, and does it always have to be rebooted with a black cast? How about just a diverse cast? That because that's reality. That's reality. Because I love y'all. Soror Felicia Rashad and Queen Latifah, I got respect for you, and all the black people that were down to the Steel Magnolias remake, but y'all could have kept that. And I think also they're redoing that Mel Gibson movie, What Women Want. Is going to be another black cast. Let's get original. I think one of the most original programs out there, or original programs, can be found on. I haven't watched it in its entirety, but that show Love Is amazing. So she said, had a moment today that really pointed out why we need representation across the board. This is Tracy Oliver speaking. A black female voice doesn't matter if the decision makers don't understand or even want to understand. And see, that's the key right there. They don't want to understand our voices. Because I've talked about this time and time again on Diva Disturbs episodes, is the fact that oftentimes our passion is misconstrued to be aggression. So that's par for the course for us as black women in corporate America, in the industry, the entertainment industry, whatever. That's why there came a time in my career where I just said, you know what? We won't be talking anymore. I don't have any opinions. I don't. Whatever, I'm just going to go with the flow. You know, I have a saying where I say I got tired of going against the tide. Now I just go with the flow. There you go. Oh, Tracy Oliver also said, where's the Me Too for race shit out here? Baby, unless you a white feminist, it ain't gonna happen. We gonna have to get gangster with ours. But Amy's fired. Papa John's CEO is out. I don't get it. And then there's been a lot of attacks on black people, especially in Northern California, in the Berkeley area, in Oakland. I'm like, Northern California is supposed to be so hippie, so liberal, so free. But maybe Silicon Valley is invading just a little bit too much. So one of the things I want to tell white people out there who like to attack black people for just breathing while black, looking while black, sleeping while black, Airbnb while black, you name it, we've been busted and called out for it. The scenario is always the same. The story always ends the same. You confront a black person, smart cameras go up, you get posted to social media. Before that, let me back it up. Let me give the correct order. Confront black person. You don't like what the black person is saying. You call the cops. Smartphones are up and out recording your word. You start crying white woman or white man tears. Then all of a sudden you're a social media sensation, hashtag, we find out where you work, you lose your livelihood, and now what are you going to do? Just stop it. Just leave us alone. Can we live? Can black people live? Thank you. We would appreciate it. So that's that. On a different note, Home Depot, who is, as James Caldwell would say, backpedaling and pussy popping. It's a serious matter, though. Home Depot fired a 60-year-old black man after a Trump supporter screamed a racist abuse at him. Maurice Rucker has worked at the retailer for 10 years, making almost $13 an hour. So he politely asked the customer to leash his dog in the store. Now, for those of you who are pet owners, you can take your pooch to Home Depot and Lowe's most of the time. I usually just put Miss Pumpkin in a cart and push through because this ain't PetSmart. They ain't got no cleanup on aisle 3 wipes, okay? Because for some reason she likes a scent mark everywhere. I'm like, you're a girl. Why are you doing that? I said to him, sir, when you have your dog in here, we prefer that you keep it on a leash. The customer turned around and said, fuck you. You're an asshole. You're a piece of shit. If Trump wasn't president, you wouldn't even have a job. You're from the ghetto. What do you know? Baby, somebody would have had to hold my mule. I would have been like, fuck this job, and it would have just been over. But what the man said was, I've lived all over the country. I've never had anyone talk to me the way this guy talked to me. And he told him, he said, you're lucky I'm at work because if I wasn't, this wouldn't be happening or you wouldn't be talking to me like this. And Home Depot fired him. But now Home Depot has turned around and offered him his job back 5 days later. And then before that, they talking about the problem here is that he has several opportunities to disengage and contact the management to deal with the customer. We're appalled by this customer's behavior, but we also must require associates to follow proper protocol to diffuse the situation for the sake of their safety and the safety of other associates and customers. Really? Obviously, whoever has implemented these policies did not have black people in mind. Okay? Felicia said, for real, calmly walk over to the aisle with the hammers and axes and go to swinging. Okay? I don't think that a lot of people who write these policies understand what it's like to be black in America and to walk around paranoid a lot. It's sad that we do, but sometimes you have to stay woke. Cause they be creeping. Cause I'm just like, yeah, sure, Home Depot, whatever. So now they've offered him his job back. Maurice, will you be taking your job back? And get this, he started out making about $12 and something an hour, 10 years. He's only gotten a 68-cent raise. If he do come back, he needs to be making some serious bank, Home Depot. Raw Story was also nice enough to point out that Craig Manier, the current CEO of Home Depot, brought home, get this, $11,641 and $640,012. Y'all couldn't get this man another raise. 10 years. But you know what? Companies these days, they don't want to pay people. It's almost like they're intentionally creating a wealth gap. And I saw one of those little episodes, the Facebook shows or whatever, where they were talking about this generational wealth gap. And I'm like, black people are always going to be behind in this country until some major big bang happens for us, because our ancestors were enslaved. A lot of the wealthy blue blood white people of this country got their money because of slavery. And if it wasn't that, other ethnic groups and minorities have gotten their money due to some, like the Japanese, for instance. They got compensated for the internment camps that the U.S. put them in after Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. Chinese got a leg up with their businesses. The Jewish community, you know, and it's unfortunate, the Holocaust, but slavery, there has never really been an actual reparations for black people. Now, they try to package it and say that civil rights and affirmative action, but even that's becoming an issue and is being under attack. And if we don't do something about the way the Supreme Court is set up, all of that could go away, and then we'll all be hanging in a child line. Good times. Ain't we lucky we got 'em? Doom, 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 doom. I don't want to live that life. I don't want to be in there broke, poor, and trying to make me ends meet and having a good time. More racism, I know. And I think this is the last story. Florida police chief pressured his cops to arrest black people to boost crime stats. Now, we just heard about a Kentucky man that said a Kentucky officer that said he wanted shoot black people on sight. This is from Essence.com. A former Florida police chief has been accused of pressuring officers in his county to frame black offenders for unrelated crimes to maintain perfect crime stats. Former Biscayne Park police chief Raimundo Aciano, must be Italian or Cuban, and two officers, Raul Fernandez and Charlie Dayub, have been charged with falsely accusing a black teenager with burglaries, the publication found. He directed Dayub and Fernandez to arrest TD on June 13th and falsely charged him with unsolved burglaries, knowing that there was no evidence and no lawful basis to support such charges. The charges were part of a history of targeting random black people to achieve a perfect crime-solving record with an internal investigation in 2014. Records showed that high-ranking officers in the department pressured some cops to make these unwarranted arrests. So, y'all, next time you hear Uncle Ray Nam say, I'm innocent, you might want to call on somebody to investigate that for you, because cops can be dirty. They are the law they're supposed to be enforcing the law and protecting the community. Instead, we see an abuse of power here. Finally, in Texas, a historical discovery has been made. We just talked about slavery, but remains of black people forced into labor after slavery, oh Lord, I can't talk tonight, are discovered in Texas. The remains of dozens of people found at a construction site in Texas this year are most likely those of African Americans who were forced to work on the plantation there around the turn of the 20th century. Now, keep in mind, slavery officially was over in 1865, but I think Texas didn't find out until 2 years after that, I think. Why can't I remember the exact year of Juneteenth is beyond me. The remains of about 95 people were discovered early this year on a construction site outside of Houston, where the Fort Bend Independent School District is building a new school. So it was a labor camp instead of a plantation. So I'd be curious to see what they're going to do with that sacred ground. Are they going to properly lay the bodies to rest? Are they going to name this camp after maybe some historical black person? There was something else I wanted to share with you guys on a more positive note, because we've been a lot of this stuff got deeper. Some of it was comical, because still, Faith, I did not need to know about you and Biggie having one more chance with the booty and groceries. I really did not need just to know that. But I hope it worked out for you and Stevie J, because girl. All right, one more thing I forgot to add about a Diva Disturbed in the live. Michelle Williams, Destiny Child. I want to ask everyone to be in prayer for her. She just, the 37-year-old, announced recently that she had checked herself into a mental health facility for depression, which just goes to show all of us that, and it's no secret, you know, with the suicides of the likes of Robin Williams, Kate Spade, Matthew Bourdain, all these celebrities who have had certain mental health issues. And of course, you know, the black community is like, oh my God, you know, it happens, people. We need to go get treatment. And I commend Michelle Williams for coming out and saying, you know, hey, I had a bout of depression. I need to go see someone. Because, I mean, you know, we're all excited that she's getting ready to get married to her fiance. But they say he's supporting her. Tina Knowles, Solange, and other celebrity friends like Missy Elliott and Jussie Smollett. A lot of people are just really supporting her. So let's just be in prayer for her. And let's just be in prayer for our friends and family in general, because you just never know what someone is going through. And we need to just be mindful of that, because no matter how much success a person has, if something's not right here and here, it's really not worth it. So anyway, Michelle Williams, I commend you for your bravery. But let's just be in prayer for her. But President Obama, who pretty much has faded to black after his presidency, I don't blame him. I'd be like, fuck y'all. Y'all didn't, back then you didn't want me, now I'm hot, you all on me. Barack Obama has released a reading list, and it's by mostly African authors, I believe, 2 of which I have read, which is, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name properly, but what's her name? Americana is one book, and Things Fall Apart is the other one. So I said, oh, I've only got 4 more on the list I need to read. So yeah, Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. A Grain of Wheat by, I can't pronounce it, but this has got to be Kenyan right here. Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela. Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. The Return by Hisham Matar, and The World as It Is by Ben Rhodes. So just wanted to share that reading list with you. I can tell you I love Americana. It's my understanding that it's in production, or Americana. It's a very good book. It's long, but if you've got vacation time, it'd be a great vacation read for you to read. Things Fall Apart, I don't remember everything. I read it in high school. That's how long ago, so I may read it again. And then the others, I think some of these I have in my Kindle because I try to catch the specials for books whenever I can. So there's a thing called bookbub.com. If you put up alerts, it will always alert you when your favorite books go on sale on the different websites, from Amazon to Books A Million to iBooks to what's the other one? Barnes and Noble. So where sometimes some of the books will be completely free, but of course you won't know that because Amazon ain't gonna tell you we giving away free books. So anyway, enjoy your summer reading list. I have a book review to do for you guys called Evelyn After. It was really good and crazy. It wasn't really a thriller, but it was psychological. So that's all I've got. Does anyone else have anything else that they would like to talk about? Felicia, I think you are still on. Renee, I don't know if you're on. Teresa, I saw you were on. My cousin Chauncey was on here. I think that's all I saw. But I am going to edit this for YouTube. We're going to cut it down, of course. And you know, because everything I do, I definitely don't want people to hear this all the time. For some reason, my allergies are just bad. I'm taking Zyrtec every day. By the way, some must be in Zyrtec because, man, it knocks me out at certain points during the day. And I wake up hungry like potheads wake up, okay? And have the munchies, you know. And a shout out to Dunkin' Donuts for that delicious butter pecan iced coffee. It is delicious and I want more of it. $2, happy hour. I got a large for $2. I have been Miss Sophia the Diva. I'm back. I'm gonna maybe try to start doing these again like I used to every Friday night when I have time, unless I'm out on a date or something. Why is a reality show? What? Wait a minute, Felicia. A reality show for Drake's baby mama? Who this woman and why? Why she got a show? Tell me more, Felicia. I'm going to look that up. Let me see. Drake baby mama gets reality show. Is she really a former stripper? I'll tell you what else is messed up. Meghan Markle's family. This heifer, her half sister, talking about if they daddy die, she gonna blame Meghan for it. Another housewife, a whole came up show. Oh Lord. Okay, Drake's baby mama gets a new reality show with son. Drake's baby mama is reportedly considering doing a family reality show. Then 2 Chainz's Trap House in Atlanta may be destroyed, and he's launching a campaign to try and save it. But they didn't tell me where the show was coming from. Let's see if... I hate media takeout because sometimes it's not legit. Sophie's new show will be centered around her family, and there will be no... Well, that's good. There's some sort of non-disclosure, no talking about Drake. He hadn't said nothing about the kid until dude outed him. And you know what? I really think that celebrities like him, I don't think it was a matter of being ashamed. I think it was just a matter of him trying to protect his child from the world, because the world can be cruel. I mean, like, I've watched The Shade Room, and sometimes they will put, like, Khloe Kardashian got dragged, talking about that baby must be ugly. Somebody said that baby must be ugly because look at these filters she keep putting on. And I'm like, Why would you talk about people's children? And see, that's why I can understand why Drake may have kept the child protected, but maybe he didn't want, then too, he may not have wanted the world to know that, you were with the stripper. But let me tell you something. Just because a woman is a stripper doesn't necessarily make her a hoe. Okay? But, she hit the jackpot when she got pregnant by Drake, though. How he is so popular, I don't know. I know a lot of people don't come for me, but I do listen. There are some things that I do listen to of Drake. I know if I hear Kiki one more time, you bet. But by the way, y'all should go check out Aisha Curry's Instagram. Little Riley is getting so big, and she did the Kiki challenge and my feelings challenge. It was so cute. I was like, oh, she's so awkward, but it's cute. Y'all have to get her some dance classes. But she's so cute. She was doing more. She was a high class escort then too. She was doing more than just stripping. Sophie plans on telling her side of the story, and even though she won't mention Drake's name, she expected to drop a bunch of bombshells and spill gallons of tea. It says that she's transitioning into a businesswoman. She wants to be someone her son can be proud of one day, plus give him the life she wants for him and more. Well, now it's easy to transition into being a businesswoman. You ain't got to shake no more. You ain't got to shake that ass for a little bit of cash. You ain't got to do nothing strange for a little bit of change unless you want to. But I mean, to each their own. I'm not going to judge these people, because sometimes when I look at my bank account, I think about getting on the plane and heading to Atlanta and going to Magic City or T.I.'s club, one of the two, okay? It doesn't say what she's going to do. Felicia says she's going to start slanging bundles. But I mean, Drake, to each his own. Maybe he really was protecting his kid, or maybe he was ashamed that he was dealing with a high-class escort, hoe, stripper, whatever she wants to classify herself as. Hoe is life, in the words of Amber Rose. So I'm trying to think, was there anything else? That's nothing. Y'all know, y'all can go to my YouTube and check out my videos that I do. Real Housewives of Potomac, Queen Sugar, Power, all of that. I review those. And I do live reviews for Power on Sundays. Felicia, anything else? Because, girl, I didn't know about that. Again, can somebody tell me what's the deal with Drake? I don't get it. Because his voice is so, I'm so emo. I might be a little special. I don't know. And I'm just like, I don't get it. But then again, I'm not going to judge Drake fans, because, a lot of people don't like. No, Beyonce is not pregnant. She still is recovering from having those twins. Remember, the twins just turned a year, and she carried them bad boys, a little girl and little boy, Rumi and Sir, with their cute little selves. And that bottom pooch back there, it just ain't, she ain't completely snapped back. That's why it looks, and sometimes the way the camera and the screen looks, that's why it looks like it. But no, Queen Bee is not pregnant. But I know that not everyone likes Beyonce, and I don't understand why people don't like Beyonce. She's awesome, wonderful. She is dynamic, and she's from Texas, and I love her, and that is why I call her Cousin Bae and Auntie Tina, because I love Tina too. Y'all need to follow her Instagram. She is so silly. She is living her best life post Matthew. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because I guess Mr. Lawson got it going on. Yeah, but you could see there was a little pooch there even then during Coachella. But yeah, so she's still recovering. I don't think Beyonce is pregnant. I don't think that it would be ideal for her to get pregnant at this juncture again right now. But I mean, her and Jay-Z. Oh my God, when that album came out, some of the Beyonce pages on Instagram, they were like, Beyonce fans is like, why is this man here? And she was like, it's okay, it's my husband. Don't nobody want to. I did talk about that man they say is our president at the top of the blog, Frederick. He basically what I said about Trump is that I said his name. So the Orange Oompa Loompa, I don't understand why he's still president, but like I said, we got to pick and choose our battles. And the reason why is because we have Mike Pence that would be next in line to take. He's a closeted homosexual with mommy issues. Look at his wife and look at his homosexual conversion therapy he wants people to undergo. Then you got that man with the 2 first names, Ryan Paul. I don't know what his little special name is. He looks special. You know, he said he ain't gonna run no more. I guess I thought he was trying to get a cabinet position. I don't know. But I mean, it's just not looking good. And he invited the chief advisor, whoever it is, the chief security advisor just told reporter today that this man has invited Putin to the White House for a live Q&A. And it's like, why? Why do you keep playing up the narrative of what we already know is true? But you know what I've always said about everything that happened with this election? America's chickens have come home to roost. America has always tortuously interfered with other nations' elections and gotten away with it. And now we're getting our due. And I'm not saying that's anything that, you know, we deserve it, but unfortunately what goes around comes around, and karma has no expiration date. Then on top of that, it's just a wonky, wanky time, but 2018 is here. By 2019, we should have a new set of leaders in Congress. Hopefully they about business and getting stuff done, because we need an amendment to the Constitution to limit Scottish terms at this point. Don't none say we can't do that to the Constitution, because it's scary. You know, it's 5-4. Soon it's going to be 6-3. And with these rulings on the side for this so-called conservative Christian movement thing. It ain't nothing Christian about Trump. So, satanic. Yeah, Christian, nothing godly. There's some spirits on that man. And, you know, the whole immigrant thing with the children, that's just a hot-ass mess. I don't understand that. You want people to go back to their country? Well, send Melania back. That would be a start, okay? Because she wasn't even here legally when she got here. She was a hoe, and then she got made an honest woman, okay? And poor thing, she looked like she being held hostage, so I don't know. What have they done heard of? Oh, Joe Jackson passed away, yeah. And, you know, everybody was kind of dragging the Jackson children for what they said about their father. But I heard from someone that knows the Jackson family from back in the day, when they used to be in the recording studio, they said Joe pretty much was hands off. If Joe wasn't around, them kids would cut up, because he would just drop them off and leave them, you know, do their recording session and then go about his business. But they said that they were like, oh, you know, Janet was abused, and or girls always love their daddy. And I was always trying to figure out why Joe never wanted his kids to call him, or his children to call him daddy. And I was like, you know what it is? Because if he was out creeping, if one of them walked up on him, they'd be like, Joseph. And the lady be like, well, Joe, who's this little child? And then he'd be like, oh, that's just some kid. That's easy to cheat right there. There you go. But either way, rest in peace to him. Thank you for giving us the Jacksons, specifically Michael and Janet. Occasionally Jermaine, because I did like this song, Easy Come, Easy Go. What was the name of that song? Don't take it personal. Take the bitter with the sweet. Yes! And we did like the Jacksons when it was 5 of them. We did. You know, LaToya, I don't know what happened to her. And Rebe just really didn't want the spotlight. But we did like Centipede. That was a good song. That was a good song. Centipede. So, and Tito, a damn good writer. People don't know he's a good writer and producer, you know, with his big bass guitar. But that's all I've got, y'all. Anything else? Because we can cut this. I'll be back next Friday. Y'all come up with some topics and post them in my comments or inbox me about what you might want to talk about when next Friday comes around, because I don't think I have anything going on next Friday night. Single and lonely. Yes. You know, Frederick, you're lucky. You're married. Felicia, you about to get married. Ain't nothing out here in these streets. Lord help. Although I do have a couple of people that I probably should try to talk to, but yeah. I don't know. Diva need a date. That's what I need. Diva needs a date. But I'm not getting on these apps. I did online dating once upon a time. I did jdate.com. Yes, that is jewishdating.com. And I didn't meet nobody. Nobody want me. Of course, rest his soul. My friend Brian was like, what the hell are you doing on there anyway? I was like, because I want a Jewish man. Why, do you want to date me? And I was also on Black People Meet. Who else did I do back in the day? That was like 5 or 6 years ago. Y'all know that was the crazy Melvin period. When I got out that relationship, I was like, yeah, let's try online dating. What I got to lose. I haven't tried the newer things that are out, like Tinder, and I think there's something called Bumble that's out there. You know, maybe I'll get out there and see. Should have snagged Stevie before Faith got to. Girl, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that baby arm. I don't know where it's been and what it got. Okay. So, who else? I remember a long time ago, y'all remember that website tag.com? I talked to somebody on the phone the other day and they were like, yeah, I was on Tagged. I was like, girl, is it still existing? Because I know Kamala Harris, when she was Attorney General, she sued tag.com for some shady shit they were doing, and I thought she had put them out of business. Go ahead, Soror. Yeah, Frederick, I'm gonna hang in there and keep it pimping, but child, wait till, you know, when I can really talk about what's really going on, because my close friends know. I don't know if I'm gonna meet nobody. Hey girl, how you doing? Oh, I love your makeup and your hair. I was just like, oh God, is there a man out there for me? Anyway, that's all I've got. I want to thank you guys who did join me. Thank you, Frederick. I want to call you Frederick so bad because that's my dad's name, but it's Frederick. And Felicia and Chauncey and Teresa and all y'all. I have been Miss Sophia the Diva. To my YouTube people, if this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe to this channel. If you're on Facebook and this is your first time seeing me, please be sure to like this page, okay? Because I am Miss Sophia the Diva. I'm kooky, I'm crazy, and I'm funny. And I should be back on the stage nearest you at some point. I've been writing. I've been getting some encouragement from a great friend who is now a headlining comic. I'm so proud of him. And, you know, because he, like, get your ass on stage every week. But I have no motivation right now. But I think I'm back. Things are looking up. And anyway, I will holla at y'all. Deuces.